What up, friends and everybody? I want to tell y'all something today. People just my mission was about Social Security, and I've been talking to people all over since 2019, and been growing the bond with everybody around the world about Social Security. And every time I step out my door, I'm talking about different stuff. If it's movies, shows, if it's about Social Security, if I see on there. I just had to file another $30 million suit because laughing and intimidating while in truck, and one dude right by speaking on the low, mumbling his words, and say with that slinky stuff. And it's the jealousy and the Holy Spirit, and speaking low and my phone can't hear it. I'm watching his body motion of his facial expression. So if I'm watching the body motion of the facial expression of the human behavior, is something. My goal was to attack Social Security. From day one, it was about Social Security. But I had the knowledge of people and tell them that I was smart and I did music. So this was never was about, Governor Abbott lose at the end. Either way he loses. Either way he loses. If this keep going on, either way he loses, I want to chill, have a good time, do what I need to do. But anyway he loses, but that's another 30 million for the day. Antagonism, trying to antagon, looking at me while you on the phone with somebody antagonism. So the things that you're doing and you making yourself look bad. And dude started you sticking your nose in my business. Everybody wanted to come up and think the police was at the mall. The DA was already there when you dumbass niggas. Fights was breaking out. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Yeah, this is Gilbert. What's going on, baby? Oh, you joking around. You joking around. What's going on? You gonna hang up? What's going on? Bye. Alright. So hey, people say they use it. Hey, what it is, nobody hey, he gonna make it worse on himself at the end of the day. When he up there talking, he gonna make it worse on himself at the end. Hey, Governor Abbott making it more worse on himself. He making it more worse on himself. Hey, the prosecutors making it more worse on it. God said every time they pass by him, making it worse. Believing the mayor in his lies, right? People laughing and tunting on the cars, right? The 911 was laughing and tunting, right? They said they couldn't help me, right? And they laughing and tunting, right? So and we get that police call when 911 was laughing at me. What's the thing with it? And this guy antagonizing too. So my stepdad can talk about Governor Abbott using all he want. Maybe Governor God say, "Oh, Governor Abbott, God using Governor Abbott, for I can have a bigger blessing." Using the state of Texas because of their racist behavior, their lying behavior. But let me tell you something. This you steady trying. You say Drake knows about me. Talked about we didn't hear that much about you, but the truth is going to be revealed. You know you're important. And he said something, little baby, he in it, but not really in it. He's lying. I've been connecting with people from California. Trump got my name all over, but you wanted to come up. Las Vegas, everybody, you wanted to come up. You wanted to do, all of y'all wanted to come up in Dallas. And this other dude he telling another story where he don't know. I didn't talk to people. If it's blood, if it's any of them, I didn't communicate. I didn't have a great bond with some of them on different apps. So what's the problem with those things, or will we understand where, yeah, I had a little problems, a little we had our little thing, but I was able to talk to them at the same time. I understood them and they understood me about my situation. And if it was about my relationship, I understood those things. So, but the problem I had about the growth, the situation, learning the situation, teaching. We talked about Walmart. We talked about all of these things when I was talking to people from California, New York, people in New York on their houses, perjury, everything with that. The bond. It was the bond that we grow. Shit, I even had to some girls say, "We're trying to get out of high school to be with you," because they wanted to be a model. I'm not making this up, guys. I'm not making this up. Everybody think they got it. Philadelphia, I've been talking to people. It's so many things out there. Brooklyn, Chicago. Man, look, everybody I've been talking, different people from around the world, Ukraine, UK, everybody like just growing that bond with and understanding. I talked to some kids in Russia on here the other day, and they were like, I say, okay, parents are teaching y'all Black history when y'all said N-word, and y'all Russian kids. I hope y'all kids, and that's not my fault. I talked to people in Bosnia. I didn't grow up the relationship. It's a long time since I didn't grow up the relationship with somebody from Bosnia. Man, she is beautiful. And me and her hit it off and everything. This thing's right. Like like I have taught Germany. Oh man, it go from it just connecting with people from Chicago, New York. I was just on live meeting. The person asked me, "Hugh, where you want to go?" I said, "LA Film Production," because we talked about most people just play their music without just actually getting to talk to someone first. And when I get on my social media, I will play my music, and everybody will ask me, "Where can I go to support your channel?" Like, where can I go? Hubert Sellers, Get Money Start the Way, Hubie Baby F, Hubie F Baby, um, Baby F Hubert. I got so many things in here. Go to Love Diamond Mirrors of Catholic 123. Talk is cheap. Wish your heater was. It's the people that I gained over those things, and that's the thing. And go to Young Prophet shout out on YouTube. Love Diamond Mirrors of Catholic 123. Go to those things, but these things are understanding where I'm connecting with people. You know, I had a little girl over here the other day. She said something called me a thing. But when the other teenager, I had my son, and they've been waiting for me to see my son. And other people from the other city, like, hey, you finally your son come over. And I miss Ash and all of them on here, on like the other teenagers. I miss them to death, like literally. And I wish they can just see my son on video and just see my son and all the rest of the other teenagers that were. And she's just the only one. But I didn't get a chance to put them on a video and see them. I wish them the best on here. Tell them Ash, Ashley, and everybody else, and then all the rest of them that I talk to. I hope they just. I wish them the world. I wish they stay out of trouble, and I wish them the world. I wish if I was on, I just come and get y'all, bro. What y'all, mom? I wish y'all the world. Y'all, thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? One person said, Hubert, I understand you got a disability, and I respect that. One kid, thank you. You know what I told you? Thank you for that. You know, and I said, thank you for that. You know, thank you. Because you understand, I want to thank you. Dallas don't got no understanding. But if I talk to other kids and they not being like Dallas in behavior, and we are understanding each other on different platforms, and it's not like that. And finally, when my kid came over, they started. I wanted to do FaceTime with them. So that was the hardest thing. But my son cussing, he's getting a little bad. But those things understanding. But I'm not gonna sit up there and have to deal with certain things and that maneuver. When I was down here, I was showing my son when he was a baby. We got him a little bathtub where we bathed him in. I said, look at me and your mama bathing you, putting your hand, and we bathing you. So that's the goodest thing. Me just being a father. I don't know if I'm gonna have other kids. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that situation that we planned out. But it'll be another good blessing if I actually get to actually, bathe my child again and do all of those things and have that with them. I'm doing good because that experience for me of just being that time. You know, me going to Kellerton Elementary and me and Sabina were the kids when we was young, and me playing with the elementary school kids at the elementary school by Perry, and it was always in the planning. So me and Sabina always wanted, but it was always in the planning. But for me, just actually thought about it and actually having it and able to give my son his first bath and put it on my Facebook where my family can see it at, and friends are like, no, it should not be. Even my Walmart employees, co-workers, um, they was watching me cook on there. So on there but how y'all doing? But the thing is, we grew that bond was official and all that, and I got to hold my son head up and watch him cry. He winked at, and I got on the phone with Diamond, and I called when I was on the phone with Rick and Diamond. I said I played my song. My mother-in-law got on my case about it, about cussing, because I cussed on my song "Talking Sheep," and he don't even know that. I always tell him when you got out the hospital, your mama stayed in there a little bit. When you got out the hospital, you winked at me. You was just and you winked. Like he winked when I played my song. And like I ain't never seen a baby that actually did that when you actually he took like I didn't know he actually that was the most of the moment that I had that he winked and I'm like, hold up. And he don't even know it. Like I still tell him to this day, like, you don't remember when you was a baby and you got out this guy and you winked at me when I played my song and you winked at me? And I like, hold up. And I still tell him that. And he probably don't remember. Like, you winked at me. Like, I was like, hold up. I ain't never seen a baby do that. Like, wink. Like that at that was I own nieces and nephews, but I ain't never seen that actually happen in that stage in that stage like that. That was amazing for me. That's gonna be a lifetime for me to experience something like that. Winking, and he just got out the hospital, and that was man, that was amazing. That I enjoyed that moment. My mother-in-law got on me at that time. My baby mother for cussing, rapping with my son, but my son liked it. He loved it. He actually loved it. And um yeah, he know the pledge of allegiance to the flag to the man. Those are the things that he know. Oh man, he just so amazing. I love him to death. I love him to death. You know, we he took a picture with the Gainesville caseworker. He said, "Where?" I said, "They somewhere." So they somewhere. He asked, and when I showed them a picture, because they sent me a picture, and they was in Atlanta, and he sent me a picture, and I said, look at you, two little thing," because I showed my graphics. So I took the pictures of the CPS workers in Gainesville, and I put a heart, and I was able to do my graphics on there. I was able to take their pictures with my graphics with my art designers on there, and I did their pictures in there when they took the picture and when they was with him. I did so many things in that background, creativity with that good creativity. Not I didn't make them look bad in their picture things, yo. I didn't make you look bad with the artwork. I didn't make you look bad, games for CPS office. I did it. I put the little heart. I took the little heart. I did my little graphic thing, and I did the little heart, and I did the other backgrounds where I could take the pictures at and do different things. Yeah, I didn't make that look bad. It make the picture. I mean, you doing the digital thing. You know, I put the heart. Look at that. I got the heart, and look at the heart right there. I did like three different things with the hearts and able to take the thing. But I didn't move nobody in the picture. I'm able to put something on the picture and make it look a digital animated. So those was the perfect things where I was able to animate everybody and just show my creativity with everybody. And I just think that was the most important thing in that platform and that story where you can be able to do those things and have those confirmations, right? So that's the most important thing with that situation. You know, at that time, that's the most. But I had a good time. I enjoyed it, and yeah. But my son is amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing. You know, I'm gonna tell you. Before I came to the courtroom, I had a dream about that situation. But I walked away and other things. And you know, God gave me a sign on so many things. It's certain things that I had to understand more of what I had to understand. But the key to happiness is many things, and you have to understand when you dream. God told me about something, a memory, with an ex of mine. Even though we wanted kids and we had an argument before that girl and black and Facebook and Miss Sabina, God gave me more than that. You have some people in past, but the spirit changed. And God said you got to move forward and don't look back. She changed. The thing with dealing with Mirza, Sabina cousin, not the same no more. Feeling changed, spirit changed. So I had to learn those things in ways that I had to understand it. The spiritual side things, she don't. We used to play songs and with each other. It was many times that we had and I realized something when she told me to leave her alone. That wasn't our first time telling me to do that. We did that. I acted like that when I walked away and I went home and I told her don't talk to me on the mirror's porch. And I did the same thing before that. All this was going on in Carrollton, Texas, and before Dallas behavior. That black model, she's a model. She's a black bitch on Mirror's Facebook, right? So she knows who she is. She's in Dallas, right? So me and Sabina, so those are the things. I'm not gonna rep it. I'm not repping her or anything at the moment. It's really not about her. This is about people try to ruin my legacy. And the way I got there after she told me to wait, baby girl was always I most of the thing. So that was mostly what me and her had, but also we had Love Samina on it. But the thing is this, I didn't get this because of her. That's why I didn't get it. We communicated off of music. And one of the songs I like by Lil Wayne, me and her, and Mac Man, people want me to be with him, but my ex-girlfriend to bury them. My girlfriend, which she was still my girlfriend at the time. And we used to play that song. We had the CD by Mary's house in Carrollton in the house. We used to play that CD. And we used to do that, and everything. So we used to do those things. And those things used to be the most, but those things we understand past is present. But we got into an argument about I didn't fight on a relationship. That was the plainest of I did. and I was getting accused of cheating and everything else and all of that. If I tell her what Demira told me when she was gone, it'd make it more damn worse. Nobody when you get chewed out about where you at night and you not here where you at. So it get to a point where why would I tell somebody something and I'm already getting chewed out? And people don't even know I'm at summer school. I'm going to school at Newman Smith in Creekview. I'm at Merritt Grimes and I'm still at Newman Smith. People don't know. When I was at Merritt Grimes, I was still going to Newman Smith and going to Creekview. Like I was actually going there in the summertime. My school, I was still a student, so I can still go to each school. Like I still go to Miss Chastity. I can still go to, and if they have summer school like at Creekview around that time, I can still do that. So I'm not actually done with school, like literally. Like literally, I'm not done. So that is the thing. I've been playing by a song by Billy's sister, Throw Your Money in the Air. I've been playing that, and we just told Billy's sister, like, she didn't even know that we used to go to college when we was in middle school. I was in high school. She didn't know what her brother was doing while her and Mark used to walk around in Newman Smith. We went pump up golf. We went over there. We did a lot of stuff like we did a North Lake. We did a lot of things. Like we didn't spend. We sold Avon. See the day today. They let these kids spend all their time in the classroom instead of having them. And that's the problem today, where you let them be in the cafeteria, let them pick a movie and order lunch, and let them like, "So let's order lunch." See that was something that we did. Everybody pick a movie. We're not gonna chill in the cafeteria. Gonna be closed today. This is what we're gonna do today. The teachers gonna go get food. Every teacher gonna go get everybody food. Because our teacher went everybody wrote a list, and everybody went got their food, got everybody food. If it was from Sonic by Newman Smith, if it was by McDonald's, where we getting it from? Where we gonna get it from? The teachers want to get it. So stop having these kids and these things, and sometimes it's not. It's about creative. And if I was a Walmart CEO, I would actually have kids come in there and actually learning. Regular middle school kids sitting with the managers and learning the basic of what to do. One thing I hated in school is seeing tapes of it. Let's see it in person. Oh, the mailman. No, you think somebody gonna learn off of seeing something? It's better to show them on hand. And that's why me and Grizz always got the forklift and the electric pallet jack. And I didn't even have a license. You know what he said? Mess that, Hubert. And they don't even know. Grizz said, hold up, we don't care about them. And that's why Grizz are so different from everybody else. And every time Charles and I'm putting this badge on, it's gonna say electric pallet jack, CBL, and I'm teaching you how to work the electric pallet jack. And everything in the claim truck Tim came, he taught me how to work it. Every day, if that was on a forklift, every machine, and I thank him I wish I would have told him. I lost a good friend like that, man. He don't know. I wish I would have told him thank you for everything. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have told him thank you for everything that he took me to the corporate office across the street. Man, he showed me team. And I think if it won't be for Grizz leadership, he was my main. Grizz was the leadership that I needed. Grizz was the mentor that I needed. And I think that was the most important thing that I respect about Grizz, because he was different from Charles. He was different from any other manager. I respect him more than I respect anybody else in Walmart. I respect. Oh no, that's not true. Second employee, one of the cashier. He the second one. He with the mustache. He's the cashier. He work in the daytime. Because he used to always tell me, Hubert, two, two. That's two. It's him. He's a cashier. He work in the daytime. He work in the morning, the evening, the morning. So he's a cashier at 1216. And he see me working hard. And he used to always tell me, you gonna get your chance. But Charles didn't see it like that. Charlton, he walked away from me, employee did all that. Charlton see. Now we're going through a civil suit. So I just sued this guy for 30 million again. And dude, I saw his facial expression in his spirit, and he's speaking low. I'm not gonna argue with you. My mission is big in Social Security. I'm not gonna fight with you and use violence with y'all, but I have a mission to do with Social Security. I am not going to do that. I have to complete the task at hand. I don't care what y'all care. Like Nelly said, y'all only in it for the cause. You're not in. You know, one thing Bun B said, Bun B, and you know, I saw Bun B, and I didn't want him to think I'm hollering at him. I saw Bun B standing outside the college, and me just observing him and what he fight for. One person did that, he spit back on him, and I see Bun B standing for something, and I gotta keep going. I got if I can see Bun B standing out that college university and standing out there, if he can have that courage to do those things, those the most biggest things. Like I gotta keep fighting. If I can see Bun B out there doing that stuff, and that makes me just to keep fighting and keep doing what I do. You know, that what makes me. And I see what he had to go through, the frustration and dealing with everybody. And he's a college professor, and I've seen him with that. So me watching Bum B and this observing him, you know, I'm gonna tell you, if Pimp C was here, if he would have found that right now, he would have smacked Yellow Brazy. I'm gonna tell you, you know, and let me tell you something. He want to be that key, all that key in the video. When he talked about, let me tell you something. When Atlanta and Southern Time, they thought Atlanta was a part of the South, and he spoke how he felt. When 3 6 Mafia didn't get his award, he spoke about it. Drake talked about me on the show. He said, "Hubert, we didn't hear that much about you, but I promise the truth is going to be revealed." He's in it, but not really in it. And he talking about taking loss. I ain't taking no loss. You say that's on me, baby. That's on me, baby. I ain't taking no losses. But God said we ain't taking no losses. Come on. Jimmy tried to tell you, say no, but I'm not like you. I took drama, football, acting. I did a lot more things than I don't want to be you. But they think they have. I talk to people from California, Detroit, St. Louis, other people, Tennessee, Las Vegas. I've been connecting with everybody. Like everybody. Yeah, some people got on me about the girl. They like I said, hey, how you doing? Nobody's not really picking me. And people don't understand that, like, nobody's not really picking. I'm friends with y'all. We friends. But everybody trying to holler at somebody. But nobody's not really picking me like they say. So when I'm working on myself and I'm working, so it's a give and give, right? Everybody, that's why women is women, guys. That's the most thing that's gonna be a downfall when I'm on Live Me and I'm communicating with my friends from different parts of Live Me on other accounts, and we get into that and like, oh, how you doing? I'm showing my personality off and doing those things of what we are doing. So it like, come on, guys. Like other people is choosing to stay single and be picky and do all of that, and like we 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 trying to figure out what do we like and who's gonna choose. We trying to get that to understanding how things are going to go. So if we get that into understanding and how things are gonna go, how can we understand it? So that's the understanding with that one is. I told my little I tell my little 12-year-old, the 13-year-old friends, 14-year-old friends on here, and I tell them I'm not trying to use you or none of that. Like trying to get no. But I told them like, oh here, look, she wanted to know what 15, 16 year old what gang mean. I'm telling you what gang mean. That means you gotta show your friend something. You got your boyfriend, but he's friends with him. You gotta show something. So that's the thing with that situation. Where are you from? I'm from New Orleans. I'm about to, and I stay in Texas. So, and I'm Texas. I've been in Texas for, but that is the thing with that situation. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to argue with people. This is about Social Security, but I'm telling you what I'm telling them what it means. But I told him they was both wrong. I told him we was both wrong. He was wrong. Y'all was both teenagers. He was wrong for sending it, and you was wrong for showing it. Like you was both wrong. Like just let it go. I see. I get it. Let it go. Y'all cool now. Y'all cool. That just cool and get it off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sitting, you know. Oh, that's my home. I'm telling you what that means. So that is the thing with that. But we attacking Social Security, and that's my main goal. It's about Social Security, and that is my main goal. We are not letting people get to us because when I talk to people in other states, they had the same issue with their Social Security. And I have talked to multiple people. We didn't just. I was in on the phone. Shout out to Bammy because if I see her, trust me, she better come on stage. Yeah. If I go to New York, she better come on stage. If I go to New York, she better come on stage. She better come on stage. Um, no, I'm looking for if I do a show, she better come on stage. And it depends on how this stupid shit goes. Right now, I'm dealing with a lot of bullshit at this moment. Trump already had my accounts already. I'm not no snitch. Trump was watching when he was down there. He had my accounts. When he said we did nothing wrong, I did this for us. He had my check the thing. He already had my him and Obama with them Dallas. Don't know he was already watching me already. Hillary Clinton, all of them. You think you got the Dallas that they got it all figured out? This is about Social Security. And they think and Trap Boy Freddie got to get 50 years, another 50 years added on that for messing with a Social Security issue. And that's what when that dummy Boosie got. This is about Social Security. This is about fighting for something greater. This is about fighting for something greater. When I can see Trader Truth standing out there with Black Lives Matter and everybody matter. Oh, well, we disability matter too when we sit up there and we fight for something, right? So why we can't understand each other? If I can see Trader Truth in Houston standing, why we can't understand each other? I had to say some things, but I told Joe Biden and the Justice Department of getting your because the call center hanging up and doing all of this. We just not trying to get. We had CNN and the news attention. We had their attention. What about your call center? They still don't want to change their behavior. Listen, write it down in the system. Don't tell me you're not writing it down. Write it down. Some of the people I called in the call center, hey, how you doing? What you need? What, you're not asking me for my information? You're not asking. I'm not even. You're not asking me for my information. You got to ask all of that. You. What the heck going on? You're not because usually when you call a call center, they need you. I'm not. Oh, I'm not typing in myself. No, I want to go straight into talking to somebody. But you're not. You're not answering me, and that's something was off. That means you're not trying to hear me. That means something's off. That means you're not trying to listen or compromise with me. If you're not asking me, you got to realize how social the call center operates. operates. When you calling them, they ask you, what's your information, what's your birthday, what's your all of these things, and what's your mama maiden name. They ask you all of these things. What city that you born from? And they don't act, they haven't been asking those things. And that seems that something's off. That means as far or you're not trying to listen. So if you're not asking it to give me the information and doing all of this, that's something's off about that situation. The guy that taunted me on the phone, I told me he was not going to get away. I'm asking for justice from both situations. That's on them.